Hi guys, welcome back to the Game of Muscle YouTube channel where we're live and we're getting ready for the 8 PM Porsche Carrera Game of Muscle Championship Race 2 at 8 PM Wednesdays. That's where we are, that's where we're going. But you'll have noticed, those of you that are astute and can read the time, that it's only 6:30. So that means we're going to have about an hour or so to practice the car at the track and hopefully get vaguely up to pace. Now, we are going to be driving in 2D at the moment. Don't want to jinx anything. And, yeah, it's going to be fairly chilled out. So, let me get the chat room up, you know, the routine. Hopefully someone can create a server with the content so we can get practicing live with subscribers. That would be awesome. But if not, we'll just practice on our lonesome. Hello, Raw, Class Scenic UK, Matthew Hansen, Kev B, Rapster. Hello, everybody. SRS doesn't work. I don't know how to sort it. I don't know. I don't know why it's not working for you. You have to make an account. You have to get your account verified and then just follow the instructions on the forum. And it should just work like a microwave meal. Hi, Tom. Hey, Nathan. So, let's see if this all works together. So the track is on, for some reason, this is not my fault, guys, don't blame me. For some reason, we're doing Brands Hatch Indy rather than the full circuit. As I say, bit of a communication error. And, well, you got to go with the flow. So let's just get driving. Let's get some laps in. Sim Racing System Stark Alarm. Hello, Ian Stirrups. Welcome along to the stream. So far we've got 18 people registered, which is better than a kick in the face. So, we're just going to go for practice initially, and then if someone creates a server, we can join that. And it will all be good. Where's the old Porsche? There we go. Hello, Baker. Hi, Tim. Welcome along. There we go. Hi, Menace GTR. This is the new Clio. It was developed by Porsche. The Porsche Clio. There's a wall. Well, T1's going to prove to be interesting, for sure. Oh dear. This is the problem we were having last time we drove it. dial ourselves in, fasten the seatbelt, knuckle down. Actually, there we go. Right, that's crazy zoomed in. Hello Tom Tom. Hello Gert Otgard. Hello Dragos Boy. Any idea how you can hide the digital rear mirror? I think it's F9. Could be quite handy to keep it on though. You should just be able to drag the files into the AC folder and it'll work. We should do. I need to reformat my C drive and learn how to drive this vehicle again. Hi Paul Wilson. We need more tea bags to get us through this. Hello Child Dog. Charlie Dog. Chili Dog. Chill Dog. I don't know, something dog. Just be tentative with this. I feel like our field of view is totally wonky, but you know, we'll just go with it. We do need a server at Owen van der Boer. If you could set one up, that'd be great. You know the routine. Hi, Hedgen. Welcome along. Owen van der Boer's on it. He's on the money. He knows how to server it up. This race is going to be bananas. I know. Well, I don't know why you put it on Brands Hatch Indy, but you know. Trent's Hong, Game Muscle. I'm hopefully participating in tonight's race. V3's arrived tomorrow. Nice, and also thank you for using our FAP link. That, as I say, that has enabled us to buy a fat box. We'll be streaming the build of the fat box over the weekend. We'll put that together. Just finishing off a review at the moment, and once we've done that, we can just start streaming all day long, basically. So we'll be putting together the fat box and then streaming on the fat box, and it'll be amazing. But that is indeed thanks to everyone that's used the FAP link. Hi Paul S. Welcome Blake Allen. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm gonna crash straight away with this. The fat box is it's a sentient being. Doing alright, computers to the max. I'm a bit tired, a bit sleepy, but we're doing the race. We have to do the race. And it's going to be good, because it's going to be crazy. So, we're doing alright. Server's live, nice one. Let's get onto the server, less of this driving by ourselves. Let's get on that server. So, Erwin van der Boer has been very kind and set up a Game of Muscle server which anyone can join. Password's T, it's in the chat room. Hello, Robert Unguru! Robert Unguru has joined the room! Hello, Robert. Oh dear. Let's get on our little server that Erwin's put together for us. Erwin's actually installed this on a 386 running DOS. Both Wing 14. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, it's something. You need a fast computer to run an AC server, but no, DOS does it. It's actually the text adventure version of Assetto Corsa that he's running. A mod. Hello, Izzy. Thanks for subscribing, Rubber Bee. Why can't I see this server? What's going on here? Put it on the window so you guys can see it. Erwin, the server's been hidden away. How's my aerodynamically headed sim racer? We're okay. I've not tried the P-Cars 2 update yet. This is the first sim racing we've done in the last sort of 40 hours. I was out yesterday, and yesterday evening, and then I got back here in the vicinity of my sim rig at 11 o'clock this morning. And then we've been doing other stuff, so I haven't had a chance to play any Project Cars 2. Hopefully, we'll have this review finished tomorrow of the graphics card. Once that's done, we can look at doing other things. So it will be nice to play Project Cars 2, but just haven't had time to jump into it at the moment. I'm actually quite interested to see what the patch is going to be like. I've read up on it. Certainly looks interesting. They made the game worse. That always happens with patches. They have to patch it and then counter patch it. That's the development game. That's how it works. Game development is like poking a beehive with a broom. It never ends well. Erwin van der Boer's, I don't know if he's the server's not coming up at all for me. Maybe if I load the game up again. Ah, no, here it is. It's come up now. I think AC was just been a bit slow. Bad understeer, worse force feedback. Oh no. Got to format the C drive. That could be anything. Often what gives you a sense of understeer is force feedback. So if there's been like some force feedback changes, you might just have to tweak things again. Got the G29. Nice one, Azen. Azian. Nice one. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get the joy of sim racing from your wheel. I think the G29's good. Say a G25, I like that. I just want to build this seat and play. Hello, Mark. Too many computer customers want their gaming rigs done after Black Friday, so no gay time for you. Ah, well. High speed for Sim Racer. We're doing the we're doing some practice on the Erwin van der Boer's Game of Muscle server, and then we're doing the 8 PM Game of Muscle. Totally the wrong track, totally the wrong car. Race 2 of the Game of Muscle Crazy Championship. And we're going to enjoy it, even if we get titwinkled, which is probably a guarantee. Just watch me play. Oh dear. You know it's bad when you're forced to watch someone else play a game because you can't. Vicarious game entertainment right there. Well, to be honest, I'm really excited to play Doom VFR when that's coming out on the 1st of December. We'll have to play through that. It looks like it's going to be a really good VR title. I'm really excited to play the Project Cars 2 patch. Just haven't had time. Well, I haven't been here to play it. So a bunch of stuff I want to check out. Should be good. Well, Brands Hatch is the best track in the world, obviously. It's the track with the most grass, and that's really what matters when it comes to race circuits. We'll be really delicate with this car. Captain Carrot, you don't have to use teleportation movement in the game. I think there's an option to change it. Someone was saying that there was someone had an early copy of it. So I think there'll be different ways to play it. Teleportation is not necessarily bad. It depends how it's done with the game's design. So, you know. Generally, I do prefer free movement, but you know, budget cuts, for example. Oh, you got no milk. Thank you, you got no milk. And his creepy little face appears in the chat room. Thanks for that donation. Really appreciate that. Thanks for supporting us. Yeah, so budget cuts, really good, and. But then you have other titles where the teleportation is just annoying. So it just depends. I can see how it could work really well, but we'll see. We will play it and we'll find out. We'll see what options there are. Either way, I'm sure someone, even if it didn't have it as an option, there'll be a way to hack it in. Oh, dead. That's it. Killed myself. I'm not rich enough to become a sponsor. That's more than it costs to sponsor. You got no milk's gone crazy. You can't afford the fees it costs to close off Big Ben, fill it with fireworks. I say that the costs mount up every time you do that, and then to get the crowds to come down to central London. But thanks, you got no milk there. As I say, I do really appreciate people throwing money at me. It's rather fantastic. It's a distance per car track total 5 week. What? I don't know what that's about. I've played too much Project Cars 2 for sure myself. Hi, Grim. Graham. How you doing? Good to see you back. We're not going to be back for too long tonight. I'm literally just doing this the sim racing system race tonight, and then I'm going to bed, and then we'll be back up, and then we will be back to normal crazy streaming. That's probably why I feel half dead, because we went to London. You go on the tube, everyone's coughing on you. So it's the joys of London. The smog, the pollution levels, 10 times worse than anywhere else. That's what you get from London, though. I mean, it's an experience. It's an enjoyable plague experience. It's part of being British, though, isn't it, I guess? Have you tried the Talos principle in VR? No, I was looking at it though. It looks interesting, but at the same time, to me, it seemed like why bother playing it in VR? Do you know what I mean? I was just going to check something. Thought it was the postman, but it was not. I'm expecting a parcel this evening to be delivered, but they've given a really vague time. I guess all the companies been caught out by the whole Black Friday stuff. Have you? Where are we? I live in Cornwall. Nice ice cream though. Forgot the handbrake. We don't have handbrake on this car, unfortunately. This is not responsible driving. Hi, Stuart. Oh yeah, so Talos principle. It definitely seemed to me like because it's made by Crow Team, the guys that do Serious Sam, and I mean maybe the puzzles are interesting. I know the story's supposed to be quite good. Now maybe I should give it a go. But it just didn't seem to be like the type of thing that really, for the type of puzzle game it is, it didn't seem as deep in narrative as what I would want, or as rich in the graphics as, say, like the Mist and Rhythm games were. The graphics very much look like they'd taken art assets from Serious Sam and put them into a puzzle game. But, you know, maybe I'm wrong to make that assumption. Maybe I need to play it. Nice one, Ayrton Keys. Got a wheel! He's a wheel man now. No, this isn't the race. This is just a practice warm-up server. Of course I'm always 7th. It's programmed into all the games. Yeah, filthy Project Cars 2. Well, I sold a copy of Project Cars 2. That's a disaster. It's always bad when you're selling games to people. Over 1... What's that? 1 million what? What was it? 600? Has it just shot up again? It was like... Yeah, I can't remember. It was like £6,000 per Bitcoin or something. I don't have any Bitcoins though, so it's all meaningless to me. £10,000 per Bitcoin. Hi Gamer Muscle, I bought two 60Hz monitors to go with my 144Hz. Will it work with them all running at 60? I would have thought so. I don't know, I've not tested it. I mean, obviously you can run different monitors at different refresh rates. Well, so long as it supports it. Sometimes I think you can get weird graphics card issues when you have different refresh monitors, and say if you're trying to get your main monitor to run at 144 and you've got other monitors and that are low or whatever. But I've not tried it. I don't know what it's like now. The reason I say that is with the Oculus Rift, if you had a monitor that was 60Hz with it, it would cause issues. But this is with like the earlier Rifts, but I don't know what it's like with just monitors. So you'll just have to test it and see. I mean, yeah, well, generally with computer equipment, you're better off doing everything as matched as possible, but I am at the moment, yes, Captain Carrot. We should have the review out tomorrow, our initial review. And then also, we have to look out, we're going to be doing a competition with a chance to win Project Cars 2 for as a MSI motherboard promotion. So that'll be nice. We'll have videos out for that. Just look out for it. I'll be in the future as well. We'll be doing more sort of graphic setting videos with the 1080 Ti through the various games. Because recently we've just been trying Battle of Stalingrad. Actually, oh Jesus Christ, Titwinkler armor. Yeah, we've just been trying Battle of Stalingrad, IL2 Battle of Stalingrad, and that actually runs really well in VR with the 1080 Ti, surprisingly well. You do still have to take the game HUD off, but the performance is actually really quite decent. So I want to play more of that. And now, obviously, we've got the fat box, which I haven't built yet, and I say we'll be streaming building that together. But once we've got that going, well, you know, we'll be able to play all these games, and the fat box will be doing all these streaming and video encoding, so we can play it as good quality as if it was, you know, the computer's not going to be under load streaming, if that makes sense. So should be good times. Probably still won't work, computers alike. Please try Minecraft lowest settings. 1080 Ti, probably 4 FPS. Well, you know, I personally like to play my games at 12 FPS because I like that cinematic console experience. I find that's the pinnacle of games, which is why games consoles run that slow, because it's better, obviously. Why would you have millions of people buying them unless you know, if that wasn't the case? So touch would have succeeded, you just have to get your winkle out. Sometimes it's better to be winkled earlier than later. A 2008 Crisis. That was a really good game. I remember playing that when it came out. Whoa! Oh, that was close. Yeah, I remember when Crisis first came out. The first Crisis is so much better than any of the ones that followed it in terms of gameplay, and even the story was quite fun. And the pacing was a bit wonky, but it was a good fun game to play. Roblox. What about Lego Worlds? My trip was alright. We had the right time. It was Oculus Christmas Unwrapped event, but they didn't. It was a nice sort of party thing they set up. It was more. It was more to promote stuff. I guess like media influencers and what have you, but they didn't really have anything that knew that they were announcing there. But you know, it was more just like a laid-back event to expose people to VR. But I had an alright time. Got to meet up with my sister, so it's quite good. Oh, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? My Oculus arrives tomorrow. Nice. Get your VR on. Tell you, the first time you use a Rift and you play a driving simulator, your face is going to explode. So good playing VR driving game. And the first time you do it as well, the first time you use VR is like a weird, it's like taking drugs or something. It's just really strange. Don't know what I was doing there. I think I'll just hold the clutch down. Why not? Game took you out twice in another car at least. Yeah, oh well. This is just this is a practice service, doesn't really matter. Yeah, I think for VR you really need, and this is what's happening with the new Doom VFR game, the minimum specs for that. Oh, what are you doing, you absolute... Yeah, it's this guy just... Can we just kick him from the server? Can't actually play. Death penalty! And they're gone. I think they've been murdered. How do you vote kick someone? Oh. No. Forgotten how to do this. Or have they already been kicked? There we go. Death penalty. Inbound. I don't know if they will. Maybe they were just trolling. The vote thresholds are never set right on the default server settings, so it's not impossible to kick someone unless you're an admin. Just got my Rift yesterday, still in drugs for how immersive it is. Is there any setup for playing in VR? I've got a setup video, Otto Hansen, if you watch that, just going over the settings. But generally the best thing to do is to put everything on low, see how well it runs, and gradually move things up higher as you go. See what you can get out of your system. Howdy, Speedballs. I do not know what's going on with this post here. Let me just check an email. Don't want to miss them because it's DPD. You know what they're like. Game Muscle Help needs a USA to be for my Fanatec. I don't know. I do not know. Alright, between 6:45 and 7:45, so hopefully the post arrives before the race. Otherwise we're in trouble. I'm just going to be back in a second, I'm just going to get something. Oh dear. Make sure lock server filters on. Alright, so people can see the server. If you like shooter games, Pavlov's really good. Someone said, well, there's a Battle Royale game that's, I think it's in beta at the moment. You might be able to get a key for that. We should be checking it out soon ourselves, but that'll be interesting to check out. Apparently it doesn't look, graphically doesn't look too great, but is still really fun to play. Oculus Go is like a standalone, it's like a mobile VR headset, but not with a phone obviously, all built into the headset, so hopefully Oculus send us one of them to review and check out, but I don't know when it's actually coming out. Hi Oculus Ready. I know. I think the Battle Royale game mode's a good game mode though, in the sense that it doesn't suffer from the issue of other game modes, in the sense that because it's sort of matchmaking and because it's a lot of people, it fills up a server. It's a way to fill up a server and have a game then take place, rather than having to have enough people in the server for it to work, if that makes sense. Like, it's not like you need to organise 5 friends and another 5 people to have a game against them. And it's not like your standard public deathmatch server where you end up with 3 people in each server, or, you know, tons of empty servers. I think it's a good mode to have to go along with the other game modes. I haven't tried the Project Cars 2 patch yet. We'll be checking it out tomorrow evening, I'd have thought. Playing through it then quite a bit. But I honestly haven't loaded it up and tried it yet. Been away from the sim rig. Well, the North Korea missile launch into the sea. They love playing missile launchy. Please help me. High-end toaster 420. Please help me. I'm fat and I want to lose some weight, but I love food. Great. That's a great troll account. I mean, you know, nice name as well. High-end toaster. Oh, thanks for driving into me. I guess it's technically my fault for being parked sideways on the circuit. Well, I've just took someone else out here. Let's just take the whole grid out. Let's just keep going forwards and backwards. This is how you rejoin the track, guys. Anyone could join the server as long as there's a slot on it. Well, technically not everyone can join. You have to be royalty of muscle, but that is anyone. As long as you drink Twining's tea and you don't drink PG Tips, you don't put sugar in your tea, you can join the server. Still can't taste anything. Oh dear. Maybe we should have like some try something super spicy. Have a really hot curry. So those of you that don't know, we're going to be doing the Sim Racing System Game of Muscle Race 2 of the Sim Racing Championship, and that's at 8 PM. That's why we're currently trundling around this track like a lunatic. You can sign up to Sim Racing for free, totally free, not a penny. Just use your real name, sign up for an account, follow the instructions of the website, and welcome to Ranked, moderately clean, online racing in Assetto Corsa. Daniel Watson, thanks for tickling the Vallelunga sausage, otherwise known as the Game of Muscle subscribe button. Welcome to the channel, the land of high quality biscuits and sausages. I actually had a sausage for breakfast today, it was rather fantastic. Thought I'd share that with you guys. I didn't tickle it though, I just put it straight in my mouth. Sometimes that's what you got to do when you're hungry. When you're hungry for sausage, there's no point fiddling with it. Just stick it straight in your mouth and chew down on it. Welcome, Epic Art. Hello, Billy Strange boy. Billy Strange is in the room. Is that the real Billy Strange or is it the fake Billy Strange? I can never tell which Billy Strange it is because there's so many real and fake Billy Stranges. Is it the Billy Strange with the swimming pool? You're starting to look like a sausage. Yeah, well that's what happens when you eat too much sausage. I think it's more the biscuits that are the problem. That's how they get you. You know, they taste so good. So it's so hard to stop yourself from just eating a whole box of sharing box of biscuits, you know. It's really hard to resist the temptation, but that's living on the edge, you know. Oh, you're both. Yeah, there's another one though as well, Mr. Billy. there's your two accounts and there's a genuine fake Billy. It gets rather confusing. Whoa! Oh, there's the post. Let's get that. Oh yeah, listen. How you doing? Yeah, nearly finished? Yeah. Nice. Take care. Thank you. Post delivered. That's the last component of the fat box. Guys, we're now ready for a full-on fap. It can happen. But it's not going to happen till tomorrow at the earliest. How can I hear the doorbell with headphones on? How are these? They're open headphones, aren't they? These Sennheiser 595s. It's a nice thing with open headphones. You still get a roomy feeling with them. It's me recording. It's a fiction. It's DPD. I think they're just behind because of all the Black Friday stuff. They even delayed it by a day. Actually, it was meant to come yesterday. Which is good they didn't because I wasn't here. So it's actually the delay. I should have kicked up a fuss and gone, I want a refund of my postage, but it was actually convenient. I should do that. That's a good trick. Cheapest GPU that can handle VR. With driving simulators, to be honest, you really want a 1070. Really, you want a 1070, but if you're playing VR games, like stuff on the Oculus Store, a 970 will do it, but really a 1070 unfortunately is sort of, for driving flight sims, is the minimum really. Even the 1080 Ti, you can't put stuff on high settings, you know, and on medium settings there's still going to be times when you go into asynchronous reprojection. So it's a shame because the 1080s, well, 1070 is really expensive, 1080 is really expensive. The 1060, I guess, isn't too badly priced, but I don't know how it compares to the 1070. I think it's quite a bit slower. I think a lot of it does also depend on how much. What's the car behind me doing? How much you are willing to put up with asynchronous reprojection. I say on the Vive, because it doesn't have space warp like the Rift, it's a lot more noticeable and it's not as comfortable. With the Rift, it's not so bad, and if you're willing to put the games to really low settings and not use super sampling so much, then maybe you can get away with it. But 1070 really, if you want to get alright settings and not have it go to make your motion sick at all. Yeah, I mean, you can... Oh, sorry. You can put up with asynchronous reprojection, asynchronous space warp. But I definitely noticed if you were like say you were like a more competitive sim racer, and you're trying to drive absolutely on the limit, you definitely notice asynchronous reprojection kicking in as you go around corners. And with a lot of sims, when you're running in 90 and then it suddenly goes into reprojection, you notice it, and it can be a little bit off-putting. Or say you're going into a braking point and you're trying to really balance the speed of the car through the visuals, it could be quite noticeable. And the way asynchronous reprojection smooths stuff out can make the speed appear a little bit inconsistent. So, but you can put up with it. I mean, it depends how much it bothers you. So, how much you drive from force feedback and visuals and all those things, and what settings you're prepared to go with. I'm planning to buy a driving simulator for £700. What do you mean by that? The computer, in particular. Does the weather... Depends what your internet is. It can do. If you've got wireless internet, the weather can affect your internet connection. If you've got cable internet, it shouldn't really affect it. Maybe if there's more people online because it's cold, maybe it'll slow it down. But not in terms of the atmosphere affecting the cables or anything. Yeah, I think a £700 rig should be fine for a driving simulator. I mean, the fat box we've bought was, I think it's £550 in total, and I could have spent probably about £80 less on it, but I bought a nice computer case because something I've sort of... I always used to buy super cheapo budget computer cases, and then you end up with these budget computer cases that you've got knocking around for 6+ years, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, I should have just spent an extra 30 quid and got something a lot better, because it's the kind of thing that just does stick around. So, yeah, the fat box we've got is using a AMD Ryzen 5 1600. I've not put a graphics card in it though, so that I guess that would add to it. But you could do a good simulator box with a Ryzen 3, and then you'd have the upgrade path and a low end graphics card. Should be able to do it for 700. Really, like, you should be able to build a perfectly fine computer for £700. To be honest, it depends if you're planning on doing VR or 2D. I mean, 2D you can. You can 2D sim race on a total potato. Literal potato, PlayStation 4 and Xbox. So, building computers is really easy now. It used to be a lot more awkward. You used to have to set jumpers on hard drives and jumpers on the motherboard, and you'd have to set your hard drives in the right order, and then it was a bit of an arse. Now, I mean, Windows bloody talks to you when you install it now. In some ways, actually, though, installing Windows, if you know what you're doing, it's actually a bit of a... It's more annoying now in some ways, because in the past you would just copy a thing across because you know what you're doing, and it will ghost it onto a hard drive and you're done. Now you kind of have to click through all these stupid Windows things. But the actual building of the computer is super simple. You don't have to worry about jumpers or anything. It's really easy. It's like building a Lego model. And there's so many videos as well online. The resources to help you. If you had a particular problem, you just Google it and it tells you what to do. I know I park in the best places, Epic Art. Don't worry about it. We've been training for years for that. Risk of death by electric shock. Not from a computer now. There's not enough voltage going through it. I guess if you stuck your tongue on the kettle cable, that's about it. But it's very hard to break a computer now. I mean, years ago I did a college course. I did IT at college before university, and even then, people were totally manhandling computer components, putting their hands all over it, not using static bands or doing anything properly, putting too much thermal paste, totally making a mess of it, jamming the RAM in, putting the RAM in back to front, trying to force it in. There'd be people that were just utterly clueless that didn't pass the course, and even they failed to break motherboards and stuff. So it's very hard to break stuff now. I think the only thing you could easily break on a computer, building a computer at this point in time, would be I don't know why they designed them like this, but the power input on serial ATA hard drives, like on SSDs or just any hard drive, serial ATA devices, and I don't know if I assume disk drives use serial ATA. I've never used one, but the power where you plug the power in the back, if you push down on it, it will snap quite easily. I don't know why they didn't make it more thicker. It's the dumbest. That to me is one of the dumbest things they've done. I mean, it's nice that everything's all streamlined, but that is too easy to break. But it's still a bit of an effort to snap it. You'd have to push down on it. Yeah, well, you say that, Doofer, but you don't push the CPU into your, you don't need to push it down. You just rest the CPU. Like, you've got a little mark on the CPU. There's a notch to, like, you can't put it in any other way, and you just rest it, then it falls in basically. So yeah, I guess if you try and force stuff, that would break that. But yeah, the only thing I've ever managed to, not like permanently damage, but have an issue with was USB port on the motherboard. When you have like a USB back panel, it has really long pins on it. I managed to bend one of them, but then I just used a tweezer and bent it back. But at the end of the day, it's very hard to break a computer, and it is essentially a Lego model. I think it can be, the only thing that I think can be a pain now is, say you had a dud component, so you know, you've done everything right, but you wouldn't know that you'd done everything right, and you think it was you, but actually it was because your graphics card wasn't working properly, or your motherboard wasn't working properly. But even that's quite rare. And generally, the best thing to do is if you first get your motherboard and your graphics card and stuff, if you put it all together on the box, on top of the motherboard box, rather than inside the computer case, and just test that it boots up. I just took that guy out before you put it in your case and find out it doesn't work. Then you can troubleshoot things very quickly without having to screw it all into your case and unscrew it and fiddle with it all. Seventh, always seventh. So it's a good place for me to drive in because I don't want to intimidate people too much. We've got half an hour until the race starts, the proper race, or qualifying at least. I'm so bad at driving this car, it's pretty funny. At least we're keeping it pointing forwards. Happy times. How sunny was London yesterday? It was bloody cold, that's for sure. I didn't have a hat or my gloves. Freezing. It was just cloudy, wasn't it? So today as well was just cloudy. Not allowed any sunshine. for the 4 hours of daylight, you're still not allowed to see the sun. Why are you guys not helping me? I don't know what your problem is, Mr. Quantum. Handbrake Thrustmaster TX Race. What's... I don't know. Mega steering wheel stand. What? I don't know what... He's gone crazy. We're getting penalties here. Some denied. Black flag. Whoops. Should I bloody build this or not? I don't know what you want to build. You should ask on Reddit, to be honest. Go on the Reddit sim racing. You know, the sim racing subreddit on Reddit. Whoops, there's my pedal. I just slipped off my pedal, missed the brake point. Ask on the sim racing subreddit, and they'll help you out, and you'll be able to write it more clearly, and you'll all be good. Ultimately, you sort of have to decide yourself what you want, research each individual thing, and see what appeals to you. Bernd H has joined the server, Mr. Hebelstein. Bernd Hebelson. We should just have enough time to get one more practice racing. I still don't feel we're confident with this car, but it's going to be fun. What wheel do you use, Gabriel? So I'm using an Umtracento wheel with a SimDash gear button box on a small Mage direct drive solution by Simplicity. It's the SW20. We've got a review video of it. If you Google SW20 direct drive wheel, you'll see our review. I thought Fanatec handbrake needed a Fanatec base to plug them into. No, you can plug them into the USB dongle that you can plug this H-pattern shifter in, but it's like £20, so. Oh, I'm absolutely shattered. Not even the teas. I need to put something spicy in the tea. Bambino Games. I've not tried the latest patch yet that came out yesterday. Probably be trying that tomorrow, and then we'll probably do a live stream on it. A patch live stream. We're a bit behind on that. It's normally pretty good in VR, but you do need a beast of a computer, and there's some glitching with it that supposedly they still haven't fixed in the patch, where the camera seems to twitch at random. Some people are saying performance has got worse since this patch, and some people are saying it's got better. So I don't know. We'll have to test it. But yeah, you need a fast computer either way to get Project Cars 2 to run to a reasonable level in VR. But if you've got that fast computer, it's certainly really nice playing it in VR. Kieran Gibson has gone bananas. I'm going to order an SW20 tonight on your recommendation. Sick of waiting on the Fanatec direct drive. Well, I don't think you can go wrong with this SW20, to be honest. I'm very happy with it. I mean, I didn't buy this one, so keep that in mind. Maybe I'm biased, but I've tried the AccuForce, I've tried this kit, and I tried the kit prior to this one with both with the same motor. I think it's fantastic. I don't think you'd need a wheel that's better, to be honest. And you know, you can set it up however you want. So I think it's good value. I think you actually get good value for the money. It's a lot of money, but what you're getting is something that will break your arms should you want it to. So you know, if you've got that money, I don't think you go wrong with it. I think it's unlikely that Fanatec will beat it at a similar price point. I think what Fanatec can bring to the table is that it's a retail store selling something, so it might be easier to eBay it if you wanted to get rid of it. And they've obviously got their ecosystem that you'll be able to plug into it and what have you. So arguably that might be easier for some people, but I don't know. I think it unlikely that objectively, in terms of the basic performance of the motor, that it will beat the SW20 and beat it on price. But we've not tried it, so we'll have to see what it's like when it comes out. Be interesting to compare it. Are you happy with the size of your wheel? I think 300mm is the perfect size for race driving wheels, to be honest. The larger the wheel, the less, the larger the wheel, the less precise it is in terms of no. I knew I'd get this back to front. The larger the wheel, the more you have to move your hands to get the desired input into the game. So arguably that makes you smoother, but it makes it harder to twitch correct the car, snap correct things. You don't have to snap correct things so much with driving simulators with a direct drive wheel, because it tends to snap correct itself in many ways. But all said and done, I think 300mm is a really good all-round rim. You look at most track, it depends what you drive though. I mean, if you look at most track day cars, Caterhams, obviously the best car ever made, Crossbow, I don't know, those kind of sporty track day cars, they tend to use 270mm to 300mm wheels. But at the same time, a lot of it's personal preference, whatever you happen to like, really, is all that matters, and you can drive whatever you want. So, but I like this 300mm wheel. It seems to feel okay driving Formula 1 cars with it. It doesn't seem ridiculous driving a Formula car with it, and it doesn't seem ridiculous driving a road car with it. So it's a good all-rounder. But Motomech do really good value steering wheels that I think you can't go wrong with for like £60. Hello, 550 Star Fox. Hello, random call sign. Gonna try series. He's gonna die. It's not gonna get worse than Brands Hatch Indy with this car. If you survive with your legs intact, it's a miracle. Count yourself lucky if you manage to do 3 clean laps, I think. Is it normal if I got 50 to 60 FPS average in Project Cars 2 with full HD settings? I don't know. I don't know what. Oh, you're running everything on Ultra? Yeah, probably. I don't know. It's not the lightest of games. It seems to be quite demanding. I've not tested it with the highest settings on in 2D. Well, lesson there. Don't drive on the sausages. I guess you should, at 1080p you should be able to probably get like 120 FPS out of it, I would have thought, with high settings. Maybe not with 4xAA. It's hard to say. I've not tested it myself to know. I sort of run it on medium-high in 2D, but that's because I stream at the same time, so I sort of have to compromise it. But this is nice with it when we have the separate streaming computer. We'll obviously be able to set the games up as if we weren't streaming. So that'll be another bonus of the fat box. 1080p is certainly low, but I don't have a 4K monitor. Hello, Victor Garcia Rodriguez. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for tickling the subscribe sausage button. I only like the Sim Garage because he has scales that say hello on them. I don't really... that's the only thing I watch his channel for, to be honest. And I just have a high amount of jealousy because I don't have any scales that say hello. I think once you've got scales that say hello, you're pretty much done in life. There's no advancement from that. I mean, some people it's to get like become a doctor, a lawyer, you know, pass the bar exam and what have you. For me, having scales that say hello is pretty much I couldn't wish or dream for more. And I think he's just showing off with those scales, to be honest. He's like one of those gangsters in the hood with money on the bed, you know, throwing notes around with his hello scales. I think Sim Racing Garage, I think the guy's clearly he's a character from a Vietnam war film, or World War II war film. He's the sort of tank crewman, engineer guy that saves the day. I've got him worked out, you know. I think he's travelled in a time machine, and now he's just pretending that he's not a time traveller by reviewing sim gear. Obviously. Hello, Zal Mendes. I've not changed the setup at all. We're going full default because I can't even drive the car in a straight line, so there's no point. Until you're basically competent with a vehicle. I mean, you might get some time from setup changing, but that's not really where the problem lies, is it? In my case, the problem lies with the basic driving. So that's yeah. No setup changes until I can actually drive the car like a true man. Mowgli, hello. T1's a right pain in the arse with this car. Once it gets into a slide, you're done. Hi, Lavd, welcome back. Filthy reg boy. Oh, pooped. Absolutely pooped. Might get a little drink and another biscuit. So I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to get a drink. Actually exhausted. Hello? Hello? Oh, what's going on? I need a little assistance. Is there anywhere that wheel and pedals that's donated, that's where used or tested and even factory seconds? Reason I'm asking is trying to get this for my son and me to enjoy. eBay is probably the cheapest place to look. If you ask on Reddit, you could you could ask on Reddit and go, "Oh, could I please have some stuff for free?" I don't know how you'd phrase it to not make everyone just get angry at you, though. You'd have to be clever. Game Master probably has a shed full of testers, wheels and stuff. I don't actually. I've got a T300, but that's currently what I use on the games console. I've got a TSPC Racer that I need to eBay. And that's it at the moment. And of course I use this steering wheel for my sort of daily sim drive. Hello, Comfortable Polly. Hello, Muspatic J. You should have picked up a G29 in the sales. That's the best price wheel for a while, like £130. It's a good price for what you got. Are you in the UK? I think if you're in the States, people tend to do like yard sale. Come round to my yard sale, guys. We can have a hamburger. That's how they talk in America. Everywhere. All over America they talk like that. I've seen films. So, yeah, go to a yard sale. That's probably the best idea, I would have thought. UK, we have a car boot sale. Or in the States, you probably call it a trunk sale. Park the sedan, get the goods out the trunk. We'll make some dollars. That's how, again, that's 100% American accent. For those of you wondering what Americans sound like, I've just nailed it. Don't be intimidated by my accent ability. BRT, Billy Strange can vouch for me. He's an authentic American. He can vouch that that's how they talk over there. Mind you, Billy Strange is a murderer. He drowns people in his swimming pool and then buries them in the big field behind his house. That's why it's such a big field. He makes it look as if it belongs to someone else, and he's pretending it's a vineyard. No one's falling for that, Billy boy. It's actually a graveyard. And it belongs to him, but it may look like it belongs to someone else. So if they do find the bodies there, they'll be like, oh, it belongs to the farm owner and not Billy. So, I've worked him out, but he'll vouch for my accent being authentic. And if he doesn't, I'll tell the police where the bodies are, so he better. If Logitech made better drivers, well, yeah, that's true. Well, we got this little. We could start this practice race, but we have to watch the clock because the official Game of Muscle Race 2 of the championship will be beginning. What's up, BRT? I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm barely awake. We're okay. How are you doing? Have you finished painting your sitting room up in your house? Tournament Danger, I think we'll be streaming that tomorrow. I haven't tried it yet. We're a touch behind. I've got to finish a review tomorrow, otherwise I'll be executed. So that's the priority. That's what we were doing most of today. And once that's done, we'll be streaming the stream box, and then we'll be Project Cars 2, Patch 3.0, and whatever's exciting. Oh, and we've got some other reviews to do as well. It's a hard life. It certainly is a hard life. got all the woodwork to do. Oh dear. Do some plastering. James Andrew, Jimmy Turbo. He's all good, he's ready for the race. 10 minutes, guys. You've got 5 minutes to register if you want to join. Hi, God. The Saviour, the only, the almighty Lord of Light. The expeller of darkness. The Master of the Universe. God is in the chat room. Oh yeah. There's going to be a total disaster on the sim racing system. But as a famous American rapper once said, what you're going to do with it I nearly bought the Fanatec, but I hear the customer service is a little I've had good experience with Fanatec customer service myself, actually. I think it used to be bad, like, by used I mean like 2+ years ago. I don't know if you're in the States, I think it's not so good. If you're in Europe though, I don't think they're a problem. Get stuff fixed pretty quickly if there is an issue. They're German, and Germans are rather efficient. Oh, took myself out there. Oh, thanks for posting that, Welshie. I don't know, you can't buy Fanatec gear with Bitcoin, unfortunately. But you can buy it after clicking our Fanatec link. Yeah, you can't use Bitcoin. Probably because by the time they process your order, you've ended up spending £250,000 too much. What mod are you using for the bottom centre of your screen? That's Sidekick application. It's just puts all the stuff into a nice minimal window. I quite like it for VR, but of course it happens to be still on the screen right now because I haven't changed my UI from the last time we were driving in VR. We're branch hatch Indian ourselves to death here. Yeah, Race Essentials is the other one, isn't it? There's a couple of them that do the same sort of thing. Hello, Smuffin McMuffin. Whoops. Psyche got a new... Oh, nice, we'll check that out. I'll have to do... there's a bunch of mods that have come out for AC that I want to check out. But it's sort of gone onto the back burner. We've got to finish off these reviews. We've got to get the fat box up and running. We've got to play some Project Cars 2. So much to do. I'm hoping we can do a lot this weekend as well. It should be cool. Thank you. Oh, hang on. Let's get in the server list here. Any plans for triple monitors? So your experience is better, but us versus VR, we usually people can enjoy stream. All right, now VR's triple monitors are a pain in the arse to stream with. So generally just works best with a single screen. I did start off with triple monitors when we were first streaming with the K2 cockpit when we first got it, but it was a total pain in the arse. So. Also, I don't really like the faff that triple monitors are, but yeah, I'll try and mix it up though. We'll be streaming in VR and 2D, you know, so everyone's happy. Don't want to upset people too much. Nice one, Mark. Yeah, it's good. It's good to have. In the end, it's always worth trying out different mods in AC. Seeing what you like. I don't know what it is. 550 Star Fox, I don't know. I've just gone to the dashboard view. It's totally off. It's totally wrong. It's not a field of view I'd be using if I was always drove with a single screen. But I just loaded it up and went to the dashboard. So the problem I have now when I'm playing from playing in VR, it's like, well, VR is like real bloody life. So anything on a screen is wrong in my mind, so I don't care anymore. As long as it's not a ridiculously wide field of view, I'm like, well, you know, it's on a screen. Well, that'll do. That's the problem with VR. It spoils you. You're just like, oh, well, nothing's like VR, is it? Apart from being sat in a real car, so. But in general, I definitely recommend trying to drive at a low-ish field of view if you're playing on a screen. Or try and set it up 1-to-1 if you can. There's some calculators for it, which I'm sure you know already. Race department's good for mod tracks. Mowgli. Only the best preparation. We've got 68 people registered, which is pretty awesome. Off we go. I don't know if we're in the top split or not. Fingers crossed. Oh, it says at the start, but I missed it because I wasn't reading it. I know random call sign. I didn't pick it. Don't blame me. It's Enrique's fault, the guy that runs Sim Racing System. I told him to pick the full one, and he clearly had a concussion and picked the small one. I think he's just trolled me. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? Punishment for being British, I guess. James Andrew. Am I in this? Oh no, we've got Bern Hebelson. I think we're in the top. Aero Otton. We're in the top server. We've got Sebastian Brunier in here, and everyone's in here. Should be good. I did ask him to change it, but he didn't. Probably because I keep taking the piss out of him. Because he's Portuguese. And I always say that Portuguese people like really terrible, slow cars to drive to the beach with. So he's probably just trolling me back. Look at that rear. Looks like a hammerhead shark from this angle. Oh, we don't have a twining skin for this, unfortunately. Well, this is certainly going to be interesting. Oh, what was that? Well, what's the shortcut for mirror? Is it F11? Yeah, there we go. I always forget. Looks like a breakfast bar. It's a table. Picnic table. Well, you never know when you're going to need a picnic, and it's rather handy having a picnic table on the back of the car. Just confused Mr. Ricardo Claro behind us by driving atrociously. Do you think we'll get to the end of this race without crashing? I'm putting the probability on maybe a 1 in 30 chance. Maybe 1 in 20. 1 in 20 chance that we'll get to the end of the race without crashing. Oh dear. I might as well just sit here on this hillside, have a little picnic. Picnic on the Musselin Straight in Le Mans video. At full speed. Well, off to quali we go. For those of you that don't know, the way it works with Sim Racing System, you register for the race, they do a quali, and then the race takes place promptly afterwards. You are putting splits based off your points that you've got from previous events, be that the series you're in right now, or your actual race ranking, or your skill ranking that you have on a Sim Racing System that carries across through everything that you do on it. End result is pretty awesome racing most of the time, and occasionally a total disaster. But that's Sim Racing, and that's Sim Racing life. It's the trials and tribulations. I could do the safety jacket, but it's behind a ton of boxes, so it's not going to happen. We're just going to have to imagine the Sim Racing jacket. Pray that we've got Sim Racing jacket protection. Default setup as well, so we'll see how this goes. It could definitely help. It's probably advisable. We're going to risk it though. Try and get a moderate qualifying lap in. That will be nice. This is like doing an oval race on here. This race is going to be more laps than a cat drinking out of a 10-point milk bowl. I don't think I'll have done as many laps in a single race of this circuit before. 20 minutes of Brands Hatch Indy. Helmet on. I need to put the police siren on. I do, but I don't always get what I want, so it's an important life lesson there. Mistakes have been made. When in doubt, absolutely destroy your gearbox. Oh! I'm sure that's going to happen in the race, and then I can't catch it. This car. Deja vu. Oh dear, once you slide you're in so much trouble. Oh, I thought we were going to miss him. Love tap. Everyone likes a Porsche up the backside every now and again. bit of a nightmare on this circuit. Can't get the front ends to bite. Let this guy get past. Oh, what are they doing? I think we'll be lucky to finish this race not in last position, to be honest, based off our performance here. Oh dear. I think we can improve on 22nd. If we come last, that'll be a new record. Don't think I've ever come last before in a qualifying session. Mind you, we are in the top split, so I can take some solace in that. Oh my god, you get into a slight slide with this car, it doesn't come out of it. Alright, Elbow Squad. Just coming for me. Oh dear, we need less people coming for me and more people running away. I think this car was made to hate me. Ah! I'm surprised that stayed on the track. It's going to be interesting to see where we can place. This is going to be a demonstration of how well can you do in a race just by keeping the car pointing forwards. Even with the direct drive wheel, it's a bit of a pain. Okay, well, that was a disaster. But that's okay. We will find out how well we can do in the race. As I say, I think if we avoid... I've qualified last on purpose to avoid the T1 crash. And then we can hopefully hold on to some places and finish in 7th. That'd be the dream. Stefano's, I like this car. It has a personality and an urge to kill you. This car's like driving a gun pointed at your face. And not just any old gun, not a pistol. It's like having a submachine gun with a broken trigger pointed at your face. Whilst being on one of those fat loss shaking machines. That's what this vehicle is. How's your internet? It's alright, Mr. Stefan Guzman Makadat. Well, let's see how this goes. It's going to be a disaster. Oh dear, it doesn't really matter what we do with the setup. Well, let's see what happens. We're starting right at the back here. We are literally last. So, there's been an exercise in... If you qualify in last, technically you don't qualify. Where can we go? Can we avoid the T1 crash? Can we keep our car forwards? That's the crux of it all. Here we go, get ready. Well, not a bad start. The T1 disaster here. On the way, inbound. Three abreast. Like a Star Trek alien. We've got one guy driving into the pit lane. We're already halfway up the grid. Wow, not quite. Doing alright. Hi, Johnny Cage. Apollo 13's about to happen. Watch out for the launch. Gotta get 7th with a little push. There goes another one. These guys just seem to have fundamentally more pace than us. I wonder if it is, you know, if they are running a bit of a setup tweak, or if they, you know, I'm just butchering corners. I do feel like I'm barely getting anything out of this car, so I probably factor it on my basic driving being atrocious. But at the end of the day, if we can keep the car pointing forwards, we'll keep scooping up positions from those that die. Brakes are too noisy. They're cheating. Obviously, anyone that's better than you is cheating. Scientific fact when it comes to sim racing. They're all using aimbots. We've not been titwinkled yet, which is always a nice bonus. Five minutes into the race. So far, not too bad. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, we're alright. That was close. I could just see him pulling right across the track into us, and you're committed going down that hill. Apex hacks. I'm worried about this guy coming up behind us, Gavin Ranson. He seems to have a faster basic pace, but I've got a feeling he's just going to drive into us on one of these corners. I've got a suspicion he's going to take us out whilst trying to overtake us. Probably better to just let this guy go past. He is faster than us, and that's going to be a better result than him taking us out, to be honest. We'll let him go past here, and then we'll try and keep as close to him as possible. Hopefully this guy will push. Well, a bit loose there. Oh, there goes another guy in the wall. Two guys in the wall. We'll have more of that, please. Welcome to the stream. I can't see your name because I'm having to concentrate too much. Emily Farrell, hello. Thanks for tickling the sausage. At least I think that's what your name was. The quick glance. Got my eyes sellotaped to the screen here. We're moving up on 7th. We are on schedule halfway through the race. This feels like I'm driving in the iRacing Legends or something. But with left and right turns. Hi Bourgeoisie, welcome back. Oh, where's he going to go? Jesus. Just total commitment. We're like, oh, I'll go left. He's kind of rolling forwards. He's kind of still. It's hard to tell coming down the hill which way someone's going to roll when they spin it. I think the 7th Dream is on. Surely some front runners are going to take each other out. We'll trundle along at our own pace. Like a grandma that somehow found their way in onto the track. I'm sure the supermarket's somewhere around here. It just said left-hand turn on the sat-nav. Well, there's a car in our arse. Watch out. I'm half tempted to let this guy go past. If he hassles us, just stand to lose a lot more from being smashed off the circuit. Halfway through the race. I'll let him go. Go on, Bob. Oh, thank you, God.
1, go.
Not a good time. Not a good time. What? Towards your fat box. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate that. Thanks for supporting the channel. Oh dear. And the Lord has spoken with a donation to a weird bowl man in a sim rig, for it was written in the holy text. Oh bloody hell, this other guy's catching up with us. Jesus Christ, it's God. Oh, I'm so slow, this other guy's. Oh, he's gone full off-road there. I don't know what that was about. Let's have more spinners. We want to be moving up still. That's a bit too wide. Just test the grass. The grass physics are alright. It's good to check that once a race. This is a back marker behind us. So we better not bloody drive into us. I'm expecting the front runners to be running into back markers by now. Should be good for us. This is a back marker in front of me as well. Terry Mitchell. We're sandwiched between back markers. Thanks, Terry. This is not too bad. Got out of the way nicely. If this back marker drives into me, I'm going to circumcise him with a blunt spoon. Oh no! It's okay. We half caught it. Whoops! Oh, we've got James Andrew on a tail here. I think that's Jimmy Turbo. The Sunset Kid. 4 minutes left. We need some... we need a nudist to run across the track, streaking and preferably getting hit by the front runners. That'd be nice. You can only dream. I will race for this position. I think I was not born to drive this car. Two minutes left. I'm barely conscious, but that's alright. We started off in last, and we've managed to get halfway up the grid by doing absolutely nothing. So if we can stay there or here, I'm happy with that. It's again, given how bad we are at driving this car, anything's a bonus. That's not good. Not my favourite car, I don't think. Oh dear. I think I've been tortured by Enrique of Sim Racing System here. It wasn't too bad last week though, actually. I think this track just doesn't gel for me with this car on the short version. Maybe it would have been a bit better if it was the full version of Brands Hatch. Just saying. What can you do though? Well, we're getting a blue flag. It's the first time I've ever seen a blue flag in a sim racing system race for myself. I have to deal with that. I'm going to get lapped. That's how slow we are. Never ever been lapped in a race in AC. Hard life. It'll turn out there is some ridiculous setup that gets you an extra 2 seconds a lap. Which would be nice, because it'll mean I'm not as terrible as I think I am with this car. I might as well be driving in reverse as it is right now. Final lap. I don't know if it is the final lap for me actually, because they're 1 lap ahead of us. I've got 1 more lap to go. The first place was behind us. Just doing this lap to make sure. I don't want to pull over and find out that that's a DQ. Hello, Norse 1957. Welcome to the channel. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I think we broke the game there. Well, that was interesting, guys. I think that's probably the last time I'll ever drive this car at this circuit. So, at least we've done it. And we'll never do it again. But, we started in last place, finishing in 10th. There have been worse stories told in race cars. We didn't get titwinkled. Got to be positive. We'll have a look at the results on the score screen. We were in the top split, but I just was like a trundling little wagon. What a disaster. Oh, look at the standings though. I mean, it might not be too bad for us, and it'll be interesting to see where other people have come as well. So let's get that on here. Standings are like sit-ins, but erect. Try the old 60s 718 Porsche. It'll be close racing, promise. When setup matters, do people have setups? I assume they do. Normally, I mean, I'm not fast, but I'm not normally getting lapped. Ran out of fuel. Oh, what a shame, James Andrew. Shame you went in front of me though. It's 10 the new 7. I started off in last. We're going to. I'm going to blame setup, and I'm going to blame my inability to drive that car. Those are the two. The blame departments. It's top split. We've got excuses. Get the rucksack out and let's pull those excuses out of the rucksack. We've got plenty of them. We've got a full, 80-litre rucksack full of excuses here. Not one of those little, small little knapsack. No, we've got the full camping week hike sack of excuses. Nice one, Tim. I was going to refresh the standings here. I'm trying to find out what are the results. Oh, they're coming in. They're coming in fast and heavy. Matisusz Tokarski is held on to first place so far, but we haven't had these other results in, but I assume because he's won 2, so he will be. Jason Jones in second. Gavin Ranson in third. Eric Sunderstrom. Erik Sunderstrom is in fourth place. That's probably not how you say his name, but I tried. That's all that matters. Tobias Quirk in fifth. Eero Ottinen. We know Eero Ottinen. He's everywhere. In sixth. Charlie Darling, could you fetch me a cup of tea? Is in seventh. Timnage Boy in ninth. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for the standings to refresh here. The Simrace system server's going into meltdown. Okay, not showing the screen. We can rectify that. Hello, Scorpio, I think? Oh, I can't see your name because of the text colour. Scorpio, welcome to Game Muscle Videos. Thanks for diddling that button. And welcome to the channel. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this car. Well, we're in 8th place, guys. We're moving on up. We're almost at 7th. That's all that matters. We're one off the trademark position here when it comes to overall standings, because a lot of it comes down to your incident rating, and we've been pretty clean here, which is nice. So we're making up for qualifying and being slow. It's like we've rigged the system in our favour. Bern Hebelson in 10th place. He's coming up. Bern Hebelson's on his way up, guys. Christian Lazanov in 9th. Chris Sievert in 7th. Let's have a look at their top. Eero Ottinen's now in 11th. Chris Hughes 12th. Ricardo Claro 13th. Jim C. Russell 14th. Antoine Jacquet, what are you doing? Antoine Jacquet's normally a beast. He must have had a disaster there. He's had 3.5 incident points. Oh no, Antoine Jacquet's been toasted. He's been put in the toaster, he forgot about it, and now he's burnt to a crisp, and he's going to have to fight his way back up. Normally he's in the top 3 or 4, so it's not going good for him. Donny Werner, not familiar with that name, but he's in 16th. J-Man, 17th. 18th, Charlie Darling, fetch me a cup of coffee. These guys will be moved down because the results are coming in. Relegated. Terry Mitchell, 19th. Martin Klutzmann in 20th. Sebastian Brunner 21st. Poor Sebastian. Another driver that's normally doing better. I think that these guys have been titwinkled into submission. Mathis Leshire 22nd. James Tumulty. Oh, another disaster. Another disaster. 54 points. Oh. 5 incident points. He's been in the wars. He basically decided to stand in front of a army test firing of a machine gun battery. Not a good idea. Tim Jabor 24th, David Iglesias 25th, but some of the ranks aren't in. So, well, there you go. There's the top results. Oh yeah. I'm in 4th. I'm in 4th. What's going on? I read the wrong name. You can tell how tired I am. I can't even recognise my own name. Thanks for pointing that out, Welshie. As I say, I'm totally exhausted. Barely conscious. You know, I've been titwinkled so many times in the past that it takes its damage. It takes its damage on the brain. But it's okay, so we're in 4th place. That's not bad. That's above the 7th. So, well, there you go, guys. As more results come in, we'll see. I'm off to sleep because I'm overdue some sleep. The brain is, as you know, we can't even read our own name, so the brain is off. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing a live stream tomorrow. We'll be checking out the Project Cars 2 patch. We hope, well, it depends how long it takes us to finalise this review. We're doing the 1080 Ti, well, our first review, because we've got a couple of review videos for the graphics card in particular. But the first one, depends how long it takes for us to get that finished off. If we get it finished off in time, we'll be doing our stream Fanatec Fatbox stream, and then we'll go into Project Cars 2. But either way, we should be streaming tomorrow, regardless of what happens. So look out for that. But thanks for everyone for watching and taking part in this evening's stream. Thanks for God and You Got No Milk for throwing money at us. Much appreciated. You don't have to do that, but it's very kind. And also the guys that clicked the subscribe button, and everyone that's clicked the like button. And of course, before we finish, if you're buying rubbish on Amazon, use Amazon affiliate links in the description. If you buy stuff from Fanatec, use our FAP link. It's in the video description. Join the Discord channel. It's too much bloody stuff to remember and do. Join the Discord channel. Someone will post it in chat. And the advantage of doing that is you can chat with us on there. But people in there organise races, spontaneous races, have servers up on Project Cars 2 and stuff. So if you're fed up with getting tit-winkled online, you can join their servers in Project Cars 2 and generally get better racing. Because that's the game. That's what the Game of Muscle community is about: virtual reality and clean racing. So yeah, there you go. That's it. We're finally at the end. Take care, everybody. Sleep tight. Night, night. Goodbye. And I can't get the mouse to the stop button, so that's here we go. Doesn't work on my shorts. Here we go. Goodbye, everybody.